Hi, everybody. Good afternoon today on Tuesday. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween yesterday. I have to apologize when I went to send the follow-up on our Broker Concierge Orientation 2, which I hosted yesterday. I realized that there was a lot of feedback in that recording. So I'm going to go ahead and record it all over, make sure that you all get something that you can actually hear. So I do apologize for that. Please, if you do have any questions on anything that you may have seen in the presentation yesterday, and of course anything that I'll go over today, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name is Katrina DeBacco, for those of you who are just going to watch this for the first time and have no idea even what I'm talking about for missing the training yesterday. My name is Katrina DeBacco. I'm the Broker Concierge for the company, and the purpose of this session, today's session, is truly just to be a recap over everything you and I went over together in our very first Broker Concierge orientation. If you are not new to the company, if you are a seasoned Coldwell Banker agent, this is going to be really helpful for you as well. We are going to go over all of the NRTGateway tiles, and there's the recap as well of our first orientation is going to be helpful for you too, because you're going to be able to go through some of the setups that you may not have already completed on your own. So today's goals, we are going to get through a recap again of some of the items that we set up together one-on-one, which was number one, your InTouch account. InTouch is two things for you. It's your CRM and it's your website. So we set that up together. I'm going to explain some of the things that we did. The second thing we set up was New Panda. We also set up Express Docs, and we created two profiles for you on ColdwellBankerHomes.com as well as ColdwellBanker.com. So you again, everybody who has been ran through the Broker Concierge program, that's all of you newbies out here from January 1 through today, we should have had a initial Broker Concierge orientation together. Those are the setups that we would have handled, and I do realize that all of us are very overwhelmed whenever you do come in to affiliate with Coldwell Banker. You're getting hit by your office manager, by your managing broker, by myself, by Star 90 classes, by your ethics courses with RE Colorado, contracts, so on and so forth. So I really just want to make sure that this can kind of sink in for you. And I'm going to continue to do these twice a month, every month. So if today's doesn't make sense, and if you're still not ready to hear a lot of what's being talked about today, come back again next month and we'll do it all over. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump into our NRTGateway account. I'm going to go ahead and switch my screens here. I will get into my NRTGateway. Here we go. Okay. NRTGateway. NRTGateway is simply Coldwell Banker's agent dashboard. Agent dashboard meaning this is where we house all of our Coldwell Banker tools, all of our resources that are available to you. We've made it very simple with a single sign-on. So everybody's going to come to www.nrtgateway.com and you sign on with your username, which is going to be your Colorado Homes email address. Even if you are forwarding your emails to a personal email, whether you're using Gmail or AOL or Yahoo or your own domain, your Colorado Homes email address will always be your username. Your password is whatever you set that up to be, and if you forgot your password, feel free to just hit the forgot password link right below where it asks you to enter your password. So to begin, we're going to talk about InTouch right here. That's the big guy right at the top. We try to make it the largest one because we do feel that out of all of the tools, they are all important. However, this one is really here to help you manage your book of business and to control your agent website. So to access our entire system, what we're going to do is click on Dashboard. That takes us to the entire system of InTouch. What you fall into here is going to be your CRM portion of the platform. CRM, for those of you who do not come to us with a sales background, it stands for Customer Relation Management System. It is an acronym. In every sales industry, there is some form of a CRM, and it's just here to help you manage your book of business, all of your business contacts. So What you come into, like I said, is going to be the CRM portion. So your dashboard is basically going to show you everything regarding your entire platform and how it's all performing. So you can check out just kind of an overview of everything going on in your system here. Contacts, I would say this is where you're going to be spending the most of your time in the beginning, is going to be here in contacts with adding contacts. So if I choose add a contact, you can see all of the different categories and the different boxes that we can fill in for each contact that we include. Now, for those of you who have taken advantage of the Broker Concierge Program contact database item, if you send that over, what the Concierge program is set to do is actually get your contacts uploaded into 2 marketing tools for you. It's going to get them into New Panda and into ExpressDocs. ExpressDocs is your print vendor and New Panda is your email marketer. We want to make sure that you're constantly covered in these 2 arenas when you initially join. So we take that database and we populate it into these 2 accounts. Now that database that you sent over should have included your entire sphere of influence, not just your business clients. And for those of you who are very new to the industry, you do not even have business clients yet. So most of everybody in your contact database is going to be just simply sphere of influence, meaning your mom, your sister, the friends that you know back in New Jersey and Texas, wherever it is that you came from. Those contacts can be marketed to, and they should be. Now, InTouch, and where I was just InTouch should really be reserved for those business clients, not just your entire sphere of influence, but actual business clients. So past clients, present, future clients, leads, prospects, that couple that you spoke to at an open house that you hosted who's very interested in engaging with you. That's who you'd want to include here in InTouch. The simple reason being is that here in InTouch there are many business opportunities in here to stay in touch with those clients. You can also stay in touch with people who are not business related, but this system it's really made for you to help you constantly contact and constantly speak to clients regarding certain scenarios. So once you add your contacts in here, you're also going to be able to assign people to campaigns. There are preloaded campaigns, whether a person is considered a move-up buyer, they're looking to upgrade their house situation. So let's say maybe instead of 1 child, now they have 6 kids and they need a lot more space. That'd be a huge jump there, but you all get the idea. We have a move down series, so looking for that couple who their last child just left to college, or somebody who's looking to relocate. We have campaigns that are set for business needs. Hence the reason we really do feel that this is made for actual business clients. Moving over to our next tab here with listings, you can start sending listings to any of your potential buyers who might be interested in searching for homes. We have a marketing center here in InTouch as well. True to form, Coldwell Banker loves to give agents options of all that we do. Everybody works in very different ways, and some things speak to a person in one way versus speaking to another person in a different way. So this marketing center is here as just another resource. There are other places we have to market. I just explained back over here that we've got a print marketer here and an email marketer here. Those we as a company are extremely easy to utilize. But InTouch also offers you email marketing and print marketing options. For those of you who like a platform to use, this is also a great place to come if you need a print and go flyer. So let's say, Friday evening, an agent gives you a call, one of your colleagues lets you know that they're heading out of town, but they'd love for you to do it for them. They're heading out, and they're in their airport. They don't have anything to give you. They can forward you the pictures, and that's about it. It's up to you to kind of pull everything off the MLS. So what I would suggest, come in here, look at your print marketing, do a little browse your property marketing here, and you're going to be able to choose a print and go flyer that you can create very quickly. It's going to give you a PDF. You can print that out in your office. You can take it to Kinko's, whatever is your flavor that you like to use will be absolutely acceptable. So I do like this marketing center for that quick and easy access. You also have, I want to draw your attention to this help tab. training and support. This is an amazing training and support center. It really is. Market Leader is the creator of InTouch, and so this is Market Leader's site. And they have right here in your left-hand column, which you're going to see eventually when this screen comes up, is going to be action. There's going to be a ton of different items that you can click on. So you can choose, if you're, an auditory learner, you can choose to watch a WebEx like we're doing here today. Maybe that works for you, and seeing a person go through those items. But maybe you're one of those self-taught learners. So there are also PDFs that you could pull down if you're looking to maybe figure out how to import an entire Excel list as your contacts, or maybe you're looking to create your own marketing campaign. There are going to be how-to guides. So I do apologize that nothing is coming up right here, but on your home internet or when you're at the office, if you just clicked what I did, that's going to take you to Market Leader's website so that you can be in their training and support center. If for some reason nothing pops up, like that one was going to work, it's just running a little bit slow, and I don't really have the patience, nor do I want you to watch a blank screen. But if it doesn't pop up, it may also mean that you have a pop-up blocker installed, so just disable your pop-up blocker. Last note on your entire dashboard right in here is this button here, Upgrade Options. There are two versions of InTouch. You have the basic account, and then you also have the pro account. Every Coldwell Banker agent is given the basic account through your AVP, so that is what everybody is given as they sign up and register with InTouch. Now, if you wanted to upgrade to the pro version, you're going to get an entirely new set of enhanced widgets to use throughout the platform. I would say the most value is going to come into your website. You're going to be given something called Market Insider on your website. Market Insider is going to allow clients to search firsthand all market trends in any given area that they are interested in. You can also search market trends based off of your website as well. So really awesome stuff there. You're also going to be given a blog. We all know, and if you don't know, this is really great information, but blogs are really valuable in helping increase your search engine optimization, your SEO presence on the internet. So when people are searching, on Google, for the most part, everybody's using Google. If somebody starts their search on Google and they're entering, new home builds in Lakewood, Colorado, for example, those keywords are searching the internet for how many websites have those keywords built into their site. So long story short, when you go pro, there's going to be lots of tools to really help you build out that SEO value and SEO presence for your own website. It does come $75 per year. Now, I will say, for many of you who are just entering the real estate business and just starting to, and this is the first business that you are running, $175 a year to run an entire website, an entire CRM, helping you with SEO, getting an IDX feed, getting that Market Insider, getting a blog, all of that for $175 a year, I have to tell you, is extremely cheap. You are not going to find a better deal on something like this. But I'm not, no pressure. Great thing is, just kind of, it is going to have you enter your credit card information, and like I said though, you will have a 30-day period of trying that out. So if you feel no benefit of it, then go ahead and cancel before those 30 days. You're never going to get charged. I promise you though that it is well worth the money spent. Okay, so let's jump into your account settings. This is what we went over together in your very first Broker Concierge orientation. If you find your name in the top right corner, you're going to click that and click on My Account. This takes you to everything administrative for your InTouch account. So every section is separated by these gray bars here. So profile details, as you can see here, marketing, so on and so forth as I scroll down my screen here. Now, if you want to change anything out within these screens, what you're going to do is click your Edit button. That allows you to actually manipulate whatever is inside these gray boxes. So here I can change my name. Many of us have legal names that we don't actually use, so you can change your name to what you actually do go by. Titles, we should all, for the most part, be called broker associate. Some of you are choosing to use realtor, so feel free to change that out to whatever you'd like. Disclaimer on using realtor, please be sure if that's your preferred title that you are a part of a real estate board here in Colorado. Also, be sure your full license number is included. Your top box is your cell phone number. Your bottom box here is your office number. Marketing, you can choose to hit your edit button and change out the items in here as well. Social media. Here is where you're going to want to add your social media. Now, for many of you, we talked about your social media accounts during your first orientation. Some of you came prepared with those accounts ready to go and publicize. Some of you needed to go home and work on your accounts. So if you're in that latter category, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your own social media. So I would open up a new tab, open up a new window, whatever your forte is and however you get to a different screen here. But you're going to open up a new tab, you're going to go into your social media, and you're just going to copy and paste your URL. So take that URL, copy it from, of course, you'd be in Facebook. You're going to come over here to add social media. You're going to select whichever one that you just copied, and then you're going to paste it right into this bar here. When you do that, it shows up right in here. So if you noticed, I think it looks like just my LinkedIn account is actually my personal. However, I chose to use Colorado's, Coldwell Banker Colorado's items for my other social media, and you can do the same. I definitely suggest that as a real estate professional, you at least get on 2 modes of social media. The 2 that I suggest and recommend if you're a little, if you're wondering which ones you should do, are going to be LinkedIn and Facebook. I would definitely also urge you to do a business page on Facebook versus a personal page. Lots of business benefits for you if you do go the business page route. Whichever you choose, just make sure that you're copying and pasting that URL right in here. And again, there is no harm in using a Colorado Coldwell Banker social media URL as well. Last thing is your photo. If you just click edit, choose your file, and then choose upload, that's going to add your photo here as your website image. Do the same for your marketing image. And for those of you who do have, I do see a lot of you with about a photo album that you took with your headshots, and some of you did a more relaxed version of yourself. Some of you had an outfit change, and then you have your professional shot. I would say use your professional shot for the website image, and if you wanted to use a different shot, use your more relaxed version here for the marketing. Next thing that I want to talk about is an IDX feed. Now, an IDX feed is it's actually a feed from the MLS onto your website. So because you are a Coldwell Banker agent, we've partnered up with the MLS, and we have chosen to take the cost of those monthly fees associated with having an IDX feed on your own personal website. And so if you do not have an IDX feed already integrated into your website, here's what you're going to do. I'm still here on the same page that I've been on. I'm going to come to my left-hand panel, and I'm going to choose MLS Administration. From this page, you are going to choose Start MLS Application, and then choose whichever MLS you are a part of. I would say for the most part, many of us are sitting here in the Denver metro area, so you would choose RE Colorado. If you're Pikes Peak down with our southern offices, please choose this one. And then, of course, our northern side would choose Iris. So choose whichever is your MLS, and then you're going to click Save. When you click Save, your MLS is going to show up exactly like this. That is what you want it to look like. Then you're going to review your instructions. So I'm going to click on its instructions, and it asks me, and I realize I'm going a little fast, but you all can read through this when you do it on your own. I already know the process because I've done it a million times. But your instructions are asking that you send this information to this email address, and that's going to initiate that IDX feed. Between Market Leader and your MLS, it takes anywhere between 7 to 12 days. I have seen it happen a lot sooner than that, and I have seen it happen a little bit later than that. But the good little happy medium in there is going to be the 7 to 12. It's going to take about that long for that IDX feed to go live. Market Leader will alert you, as will your MLS, that feed goes live. That is how you get the IDX feed to show up on your website. And again, IDX feed is just a fancy way of saying we're pulling the listings from the MLS onto your website. So your website becomes completely searchable of the MLS. Now, last thing back in here in your settings is your website name. So for those of you, I've been saying website, website, website. If you're still sitting here like, thank you, Katrina. Now, what website is it that you're talking about? This right here is the website name. So you may have forgotten by now, but when you registered with InTouch and you activated your account, for those of you, again, that we activated it together, I know, sometimes it does get a little overwhelming. So if you did forget, here is where that website name is going to be found. So I'm just going to copy this. I want us all to see what a website actually looks like. And here we go. Now I've said it a few times in my last ones, but I just want to reiterate that my site's a little wonky only because I use it for many training purposes, but feel free to go check out your own websites and see what they're looking like. I just really wanted you to be able to see what the main idea of it is. These are going to be your pages on your website. And then I'm just going to show you very briefly how you can manipulate your website. Again, we did this together in our very first Broker Concierge orientation. So I'm going to find my name in the top right corner. I'm going to choose website this time. This is your back end of your website. Extremely, extremely easy and very user-friendly. So you can click on all of these buttons here and start just play. It truly is just playing around. I would say give yourself, if we're not the type to just kind of sit tight and dive in for a couple hours, why don't you space it out? Maybe commit to yourself that every morning you wake up and you spend 30 minutes jumping into something different in InTouch. I think that will be a great idea, and it's going to force you to get into the system. It's going to force you to learn something new. There are so many things to learn in InTouch, and I will say on that note that we do offer classes on InTouch as well, because we can do an entire Star 90 session on simply InTouch. There's that much going on in here. The only ones that you are not going to have access to are going to be the ones that have a Pro button next to it if you are a basic user. If you are a Pro user, these get open to you. Now, pages, if you click on pages, it takes you to this drop down. This drop down is going to correlate to the pages that you have on your website. So we got them here and we've got them there. I can bet that you all probably know where I'm going with this. So I want to click on well, I didn't really want communities. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you something that could be useful today. But if I clicked on my About page, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to actually manipulate your site. So in your About page, this should be where you include your bio. Now, I would simply just, delete all of that generic stuff that's in there and then copy and paste your bio. But I just wanted you to see in real time, how darn easy it is to customize your own website. I'm going to click Save at the bottom. And then I'm going to go back to my website. I'm going to refresh my screen. Now remember, I was on my About page, so I'm going to go to my About, and this is exactly what I just wrote. So real time, you guys can see how simple that is. And it really, there's no cheating here. You all watched me do that. But there are going to be other items that you can do. You can add video in here. You can add images in here. Lots of really nifty stuff. If you're looking for ways of like how-to guides and how to do that, number one, I would direct you to watch our classes for CBBC Live with Jason Kingery as he hosts those for InTouch. But also, again, you have your Training and Support Center. Let's see if maybe now it's a little faster. I don't know, it's just so slow. I'm very sorry about that. And then the other thing that you have as well is going to be CV Agent Info, which that will be a perfect segue, but I just want to close up here. I think I did say everything that I wanted to say here for InTouch. So again, I recommend doing the classes, CBBC Live classes with Jason. You've also got this center, which I'm going to let that just run because I do want to show you what it is. And then the next item that I want to show you and where is going to be a great resource is going to be CB Agent Info, and great segue into getting into our next tile. So I'm going to click into CB Agent Info. CB Agent Info is the company intranet. So if you can tell, I hope there's some resemblance of Google, but we did try to create this to mimic Google. It's not Google, let me just say that, but the idea is the same. So you would come in here, this is your search bar, and you're simply going to look for anything that is specific to Coldwell Banker, Colorado. So you wouldn't come in here looking for, anything that you would look on Google. It's not the World Wide Web, but it's, it's the Coldwell Banker Wide Web of Colorado. I gotta get that straight, what it is. So you would come in here, and let's just say I want to do how to add images to InTouch website. InTouch, tips and tricks, adding images to your InTouch website. Perfect. I can click here. I find out it's a PDF. Awesome. And here we go. And let me just look at this. It's only 9 pages long. So really simple. It's telling me everything that I have to do to just add, how I'm going to add images. So really easy to follow. You can print it out if you need that step-by-step guide. Only 9 pages, or you can just follow it straight from here, but it's going to let you know all the ins and outs of getting that done. Another thing, I always get asked for the Coldwell Banker logo. This is a great resource for you as well. So come in here, Coldwell Banker, if I could type, residential brokerage logo. Great. So I've got all of my different items here. Ooh, and identity standards. For those, well, identity standards are going to be great. Many of us choose to get like an entire branding package done. I know I've worked with several of you who are doing that. Kudos to you. Here is our identity standards packet, so it lets all designers know the correct color schemes to use for Coldwell Banker, the fonts that we use, all of that stylistic stuff. So good stuff there, but I was looking for a logo. These are just different file types. Sometimes, different companies you work with require different file types. For the most part, we deal with JPEGs. So I just click on JPEG, I click it here again. Here's my logo. And then I can just do a right click and save the image straight to my own hard drive. Easy as that. So again, CB Agent Info is truly your company intranet. A couple other great things on CB Agent Info. If you're new, you're like, thank you, I understand that this is where I come to search, but I don't actually know what to search for. If you're one of those types, which like I said in the last, when I was talking about InTouch, we just love giving options. Everybody learns differently. We all have different styles. So what you can do is click on Classic View. And Classic View actually just puts things into buckets. So this is just a great place to come, when you've got time on your hands and you just want to start, filling your head with some great knowledge and information on Coldwell Banker, Colorado. This is going to be really good stuff for you to come and you can just kind of start clicking through things, learn about items. I love this right here. Preferred alliances. We've got our Arrow Graphics. This is where you order your signs. Front Range Sign Service. This is who we use to install signs. So lots of really good resources here if you were to click on Classic View and you were unsure of, just what you wanted to type in that search bar. Another thing you can check out is going to be our calendars. We've got corporate calendars for previews and training items, and we also have office calendars. So go ahead and find your office, and your office training will be in there. You're going to have different events included in there as well, so great resource for that. If I click back on that logo, it takes me back to my home screen. So there you go, everybody. That is CB Agent Info. Before I go too far, I realized that my market leader training and support site finally opened. So I just wanted you to see what it did look like. It does exist. It's just the internet is running a little slow, so I apologize for that. But here is where you can come to just pull a lot of helpful information on InTouch and how to do different items, completing your profile, navigating your dashboard, so on and so forth. And then they also do their own webinar training. So these ones would be live, just like we're doing today, or, well, we did yesterday. They would be live. You can attend them, get them on your calendars, and watch them live, ask your questions and things like that. So really helpful. I'm glad that finally showed up. Okay, moving over to our next tab, you're going to see this right here, which is Home Base in Touch. Now, that sounds a whole lot like this guy here. If you thought that when you looked at that tile, you are correct. So I'm not even going to talk about it. This was the old one. We used to call it Lead Router. There's no purpose to use it today because we have replaced it with a much more robust platform here with basically like InTouch 2.0 or something. And we do have Lead Router capabilities within InTouch. So I'm not even going to waste our time in talking about this one. There's no need to get into that if it's still showing on your NRT Gateway. The next one is Homebase Insight. Homebase Insight is a place, it's really an online showing report. So this is where you're going to come if you need to produce a showing report for your clients. Let me refresh my screen here. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I get redirected quite a bit sometimes because I take too long. Okay, so again, this is going to be for most of us who have listings. This is going to allow us as the agent of the listing to create reports to showcase how many, that was not a good example, how many views we are receiving on our listing. So let's say we've got, geez, I'm not in a good one. Arcadia is not really a hot enough. Let's try Aptos. A lot goes in Aptos. It's a report letting them know how many clicks their listing is being clicked on. So you all know that when you enter your listing into the MLS, it is syndicated directly to coloradohomes.com, and from coloradohomes.com it gets pushed out to over 800 different websites. Absolutely amazing. There's nothing more powerful than that exposure. But in doing so, you want to keep over communicating to your clients. Let them know how much you're doing for them to really maximize that exposure and maximize the efforts that you're doing to get their property marketed, excuse me. So this online showing report will do just that. It lets your clients know how many clicks on different websites that the property is receiving. So really helpful. You should also know that every Monday you are given a report in your inbox. So every Monday you're given an automatic report that sends it directly to you, and you can choose to then forward that on. But some of us like to send them out a little sooner than that, or maybe every week is too much. So you can also create your own and dictate the date range that you want to show your client. So really good stuff here for those of you who have to have another way of just, letting your client know how hard you're working for them. That is Homebase Insight. Next we have Exchange. Exchange is basically the NRT Gateway. It's all of this stuff out here, all of this pretty stuff built. I don't know the best way to say that. It's Exchange is given to it's a dashboard for every Coldwell Banker agent worldwide. So if you are a Coldwell Banker agent in France, in China, in New York, in Texas, in California, wherever you are sitting in this world as a Coldwell Banker agent, you all have access to Exchange. Now, we are a part of the NRT family. That NRT is our parent company, so we get the amazing benefit of all of these ridiculously awesome tools out here that are super helpful in helping us promote ourselves and getting tools to help us get our business, our everyday business taken care of. And so we really don't jump into Exchange as NRT Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agents, just because we've got all of this stuff and it's so much more powerful out here. We spent lots of money in sourcing out, the companies who are the best at doing what they do out here so you don't have to simply use the items that are in here. What I do want to draw your attention to, though, within Exchange is that this is where your your ColdwellBanker.com profile is housed. So I just want you all to see this right here, what your dashboard is looking like. So when I come in here, and feel free to play, everything that I'm saying is in no means a way to distract you from getting into Exchange. Feel free to come in here and play around once again, but I do feel like you have enough with everything else in the NRT Gateway. If you click on View Agent Dashboard, this is going to take you to your agent dashboard. It might redirect here to ColdwellBanker.com, and that's totally fine. There's multiple ways to get into your profile, but when you click your View Agent Dashboard, it's either going to redirect you to ColdwellBanker.com, which is now where your profile is going to be housed. You're going to come into My Profile right here up top, and you can actually start manipulating your profile by clicking here. Or you're going to be given another option, which it's going to say View Profile. So either or, we're working on some back-end items here to make this a lot more of a seamless process to get to your profile page. But again, if you and I together met for our first orientation, we already set your profile up. So you are taken care of until you are ready to update any of your information. When you do that, we usually hold our conferences, all of our networking and business conferences throughout the year to remind everybody to get into your ColoradoHomes.com, into your ColdwellBanker.com profiles, get your headshots uploaded, make sure that they're up to date, get all of your info up to date as well. So we'll always give you reminders about those kinds of things, but in case you'd like to go in there and check yourself out and do it now, again, you're going to go to Exchange, View Agent Dashboard, and it either takes you here and you can click on My Profile, or it's going to take you to a screen that says View Profile and you can click that. So that is pretty much the number one reason why you would engage with Exchange with this guy here. Next, we have a Market Quest. And let me refresh once again. Okay, we've got Market Quest. Sorry, I had to take a little water break. Market Quest is a tool that you can use to generate database market trends reports, and you can do that in either a PDF format or an HTML format. All just depends on your preference. You can do both. The HTML format would be useful if you like to put things onto your website. You've got the HTML code, or if you like to embed things into an email. That's going to be a great way to do that. So you can use this in cooperation with New Panda. Take that HTML code and go pop it into New Panda, and you're going to have a nice report showing. The PDFs, though, I always like the PDFs just to save directly to my computer. But again, you're using this system to come in, generate a new report on an area that you're interested in, whether you want to look at a county, a city, or a zip. You can choose different parameters to search for your price ranges, your different dates. This is going to be really helpful for buyers. So if buyers are interested, in finding homes in certain areas, it's going to help you become more knowledgeable on that area, all of the different market trends, recent solds, things like that, and so much more. But for those of you who are sitting there and still trying to get that business, which is primarily, I would say, 95% of you who registered for today's session, what I would recommend you do is choose the area that you're looking to farm. And this is really going to help you become an expert in that area. So you're really going to know what are the trends going on in this city, in this area. And go a step further. Let's say there's a listing in that area. It's not your listing, but it's a listing. You've got a house on the market. Why don't you do an awesome report, a nice analysis surrounding that listing, and then that gives you something if you're going to do cold calling. So I'm kind of bringing in some other tools that I'm going to show you in a while, but you can pick up the phone, do some cold calls to that entire area, And you're going to be the expert because you already did all of your homework here in MarketQuest. You know every single stat that there is to know in this market. And you can have a reason to talk to them. Hey, did you know that there was a home being listed for, 430,000 3 doors down from you? Yeah, well, did you know, X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth. You get the idea, but this is really here to help you become the expert in your market. So utilize this information. It's all free to you through the NRT Gateway, so make sure you're taking advantage of that. That, again, MarketQuest. Next, we have our rewards, stands for referral rewards. What this is a referral program that we have set for all Coldwell Banker sales associates. We are constantly looking for new talent. So just like you've been brought into the Coldwell Banker family, I would imagine for the most part, you and I do get to know each other when we first meet, and many of you tell me a lot of the same reasons for being attracted to Coldwell Banker. Number one is always, I promise you, going to be the resources and the help that Coldwell Banker gives its associates. And I couldn't agree more with all of you that I've had that conversation with. That is what you told me why you came over to Coldwell Banker above and beyond the other companies that you interviewed with or what you heard from a friend. So we want to be sure to continue to enhance and grow the company and grow it in a great way by bringing in new and qualified talent onto the team. So if you know of anybody that would be interested and benefit from joining Coldwell Banker, please let your managing broker know. We can handle the rest and set up a meeting and talk with them and see if they're a good fit for us and if they would help, boost us to the next level as well. The more talented professionals that we can bring on to our sales team, it only means something better for you in our name and brand recognition that we carry on throughout the world. So it's not just here in Colorado. If you know somebody, in Florida, one of your good friends in Florida, you think would be a great benefit to the team, definitely let us know. And you can actually earn dollars based on who you bring on and add to the Coldwell Banker network. So why not? It's a win-win for all of you. So if you do have questions about that referral program, please do check this tile out, our rewards, which again is referral rewards for you. So this is all meant for you. We're not talking so much about the company here. It's a program that's meant for you to benefit you when you do mention knowing somebody. So really good stuff there. Next we have Agent Earnings. Agent Earnings is a reporting tool, and it's going to summarize your income and fees paid for throughout the entire year. So when you, as a sales associate, click on Agent Earnings, this is going to be based on all the transactions that you've completed. So if you don't have anything yet, don't worry, you soon will. But really where this comes in handy is tax season. So this is going to be a great place to pull a report to give to your accountant. It itemizes everything for you, lets you know your commission breakdown, all of the fees paid out, and all the fees paid to you, or not fees paid to you, but all of your paycheck. The commission that you get on all of your hard work. So this is going to give you a great breakdown of all of that information there. Next we have New Panda. New Panda is something we went over pretty extensively. I would say we spent most of our time in the beginning going over InTouch and New Panda when we met that first time. So New Panda is strictly email marketing. It is a beautiful and very easy email marketer. I love New Panda. It's just way too easy to use. So let's say you want to create your own message, I would say for the most part we're spending the majority of our time in New Panda here in messages. So you can go into messages, choose create new message, and this is where you would start your message. So you can either start from your create your own, starting from scratch. This is where I was talking about, MarketQuest enabling the HTML code. So when you pull your reports, it's going to give you HTML code. You can come in here and just start from scratch and pop in your HTML, and it's going to look exactly like whatever MarketQuest gave you. If you're not doing that, though, you don't have HTML code, definitely start with the templates. There's a million templates in here to use, and you would just populate your own information, and it's going to give you a nice piece to email. Really easy. And then your listing marketing, if you have a listing, There are these awesome templates in here for you just to populate some marketing copy, get your little property details in there, and it spits out a beautiful piece for you to email out as well. So that, again, is found under Create New Message. New Panda, I think, is most known for its newsletters. Every single month, the company, in cooperation with New Panda, creates a monthly newsletter. It is changed out every time, and the content is always fresh. It's always unique. It's not one of those generic pieces. I really like it because it does speak to the things going on here in Colorado. So I just wanted you to be able to see what some of them look like if you haven't seen them already. This was our October one that went out on the 11th. And this goes out to all contacts that are included in your New Panda account and who are set on your primary sphere list. So again, if you took advantage of the Broker Concierge program and had us do your initial upload for you, all of those contacts are in your primary sphere, and they did receive your newsletter. So really nice newsletter. I really do like them. Like I said, they are changed out every time. And what's really neat as well, if you ever wanted to edit any one of these articles or delete an article, you absolutely could. Last thing I'll say on the messages is that every month you always receive a notification in your email to let you know that the newsletter is set to go out on a certain day and time. If you do nothing, the system works how it's supposed to work, and it gets sent automatically. For some reason, let's say you did not want that to go out, or you wanted to do the edits, then you're going to come into messages, you're going to go to your message, and then you're simply going to hit delete. It removes it from your queue. That message no longer goes out. It's as simple as that. Okay, now to get your New Panda account set up, you're going to come into your top right corner and you're going to click on Settings. Again, if you and I met, we did all of this together. Once you're in Settings, Display Info, you're going to want to make sure that your first 4 lines are filled out. Click Save when you're done. Your organization should be Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage. It could also be Coldwell Banker Boulder, Coldwell Banker Southeast Metro. So naming your office, and if you're joining us on the Zip side, you could be Coldwell Banker /Zip Realty. So all those different names for organization. Next, you're going to do contact info. Please ensure that this is all your correct information. Phone number. I see many of you who have done this on your own, and you list your cell phone number twice. If you, for some reason, don't want the office number in there, I would just delete that and just list your mobile number, but do it only once, because when you do list it twice, it shows up, your same phone number shows up twice on your signature line, and that's what we're doing here in this section with your display, your contact info, images, and social networks. We're setting up all of the newsletters and any email that you send through New Panda to be branded with your information. So when you have these 2 boxes the same, it publishes 2 phone numbers as the same. It just doesn't look too good. So make sure that this first one is your office number and the second one is your mobile. Hit Save when you're done, and then handle your image. You're going to choose your file, then you're going to upload, you're going to hit Save, and then your social networks. Add your social networks right in here, and same like InTouch, you're just going to take that URL and populate it right in here. Click Save when you're done. Now, for those of you who have heard that New Panda does amazing things for social media, it does. The rumors are true. What you would do if you want New Panda to, if you want to give access to New Panda to manage your social media, you're going to click on this top button, Manage Social Networks. From here, you are given 4 choices, and you can choose all 4 if you wanted, but these are the social media accounts that New Panda can post to on your behalf. So if you have a personal Facebook page, you would enter it through here. If you have a business page, you would click here and connect with Facebook via this. So I'm connected right now, and it's going to allow me to go through and choose a social network there. If you choose Twitter, you can connect with Twitter, you can connect with LinkedIn, so on and so forth. So that is step 1. Once you're done there, then you're going to come over here, back to messages. I tell you, there's so much here in this little tab. There's only 4 categories, but it's primarily where you spend your time. You're going to come in here and you're going to click on autopilot settings. And the last thing that we need to do is let New Panda know the channels that we want to subscribe to for our social media. So I'm going to come down to social autopilot channels. And there are 3 categories that I recommend. You can choose 1, you can choose 2, or you can choose all 3. But you should at least choose 1 to let New Panda know what it should post. You've got general interest and engaging questions. I think that's an awesome one. Monthly real estate newsletter posting, so that would be your AVP newsletter that goes out. You can also get it posted to your social media. And then you also have real estate headlines, so you can choose that as well. So again, those are the 3 that I would recommend. And then just do your check boxes here, and then you're going to check whichever social media you actually want it to post to. Once you do that, now you're done, now you're set up, and now New Panda will have access into your accounts and actually post for you. Last thing that I will say here in New Panda is that you have your dashboard that is going to give you a ton of different tutorials that you can click into. These are great tutorials to help you learn a little bit more about the system. You also have this little yellow box that follows you every page that you go on to within New Panda. This box follows, and it's called New Panda University, and it's just set to just give you little helpful tools based on the page that you're on. So this is really helpful as well. New Panda, I think, it's a very customer-centric platform. So even if you don't find these helpful, which I can't believe if you wouldn't find these helpful, because I promise you they are really, really great. Normal person just training you through how to get through some of these items. Then you have a tutorial or a PDF or a quick little YouTube video on so many, like every single question you can think of for New Panda, there's going to be a small tutorial. But even if those don't work for you, you can hit your help button and you can get in contact with the customer service rep there. They are absolutely awesome. Just yesterday in my inbox, I received an email from one of you letting me know you were actually sending praises about the New Panda customer support because you thought that they were just so helpful. And I have the same experience with them. I love the New Panda team. So again, that's New Panda email marketing. Back in our NRTGateway, I'm going to go over now to Cole Realty Resource. Cole Realty Resource is a phone number database tool that you can use to look up any landline phone numbers surrounding a specific area. So, namely this, again, I kind of mentioned this as it pertains to MarketQuest, ways that you can use a lot of these tools together. Let's say you have a listing in an area, or let's say you don't have a listing in an area, but there is a listing in an area and you know that address. You can punch in your address here into Cole Realty Resource, and they're going to give you phone numbers surrounding that address, and it's amazing for cold calling. So, cold calling is not dead. Many of you have asked me, is cold calling worth it? Is print marketing worth it? Who's doing that? And none of that will ever die. We are in a relationship business now and forever. That will not go away. And so anytime that you get an opportunity to be in front of somebody or speaking to somebody about real estate is an opportunity period. It's an opportunity for you. So you never know. The worst that can happen is that somebody tells you they're not interested. There's a lot of other things that I think can be a lot worse than that. So take the chances. I think it's totally fine for you to do the cold calling. Cole Realty Resource it's a third party, so they also offer many other products through their company that are really great. So I have heard of our agents using them as well to look up cell phone numbers, to look up email addresses. Those are paid services, and Cole Realty Resource team can help you work through that. But again, you can at least get landline numbers here through them today. And the other benefit of going through Cole Realty Resource is they run their lists against the Do Not Call registry. So anybody who's on the Do Not Call registry, they would never give you that phone number to call. So that's very, very important. Alrighty, next we have CoreFact. CoreFact is a print marketer. You can come here, you can order any postcard marketing. I would say postcard marketing is really their bread and butter. They also do flyers and brochures. But Where CoreFact differs from other print marketing companies is that they like to help you strategize a great print marketing campaign. So they want to make sure that you don't engage with them just once, that you actually do something that's going to work. With print marketing, same with cold calling, same with door knocking, these things take time. And I think that's why a lot of us think that they're dead, because so many of us are operating off of the internet. I mean, things are moving so much quicker today, but that doesn't mean that there's not a place for this type of marketing as well. So when you're engaging in print marketing, the rule of thumb is to never do anything for less than 6 months. And truly, 9 months is really a great indicator. And then I would say if you have the opportunity to stick to a year, stick to a year. If after a year you don't see any results from that, I think that's a good indicator that you might want to try something different or change up your strategy. But having said all of that, CoreFact really specializes in helping you come up with amazing strategic marketing strategies in your campaign. So you can let them know, I'm prepared to do a 12-month campaign. I want to do every other month or every 6 weeks, whatever a schedule is, and they can help you decide that. And then they can tell you what are the most effective, what's the most effective order of postcards to send. So maybe you do a market analysis the first time. Maybe you do a, look at me. Here's information about me. The next time, maybe the following month is a holiday card, or whatever have you. But they're the experts at this, so they know a great pattern to use when selecting their postcard. So CoreFact, again, really awesome company, great designs, and really customer focused once again. So that's CoreFact, really helpful. Next we have listing rewards, and this is my absolute favorite, and I've been careful to call everything my favorite here, but truly listing rewards is my favorite thing that Coldwell Banker Colorado produces. So many of you know that I come out of our corporate office and I work with many of our other Coldwell Banker companies in our country, and no other Coldwell Banker has something like this. This is absolutely amazing. What this is Coldwell Banker has done all of the thinking for you, and they've done a lot of the pain for you as well. They've packaged all marketing that you could possibly need or want for your listing into their, we've got a platinum package, a gold package, a silver package, and a bronze package. You can see all of the items that are available in each package, and I actually like to download the PDFs here. I just think it gives me a great piece to go off of. Plus, you can even print this out and just carry it with you. These are also available for order in the print formats through Color Productive. You can order them by going to www.caldwellbankermarketing.com. Again, that's www.caldwellbankermarketing.com, and that is how you can place your order for these, so that you can get these personal with your photo, your information. But these brochures are really helpful for you to give your clients. So if you have a listing presentation, these are going to be really good for you to sit down with your client and go through all of the different marketing that you plan to do for them. Amazing thing about listing rewards, the ordering process is extremely simple. I kind of passed it up pretty quickly because I wanted to show you just the award packages, or I'm sorry, not the award packages, the listing rewards package. But if you just click here, order your listing rewards package now, you can see the ordering form. Not too sophisticated at all. It's very easy to use. And then from here, you're going to order your photography appointment, so that's helpful. We do have an entire CBBC Lives webinar on listing rewards. Todd Moyer hosts that, so I recommend you jumping into those classes as well to see a lot of the nitty-gritty of how listing rewards plays out in the day-to-day life of your listing. Really great stuff here though, and that is listing rewards. If you have any questions, again, you can give me a call. Todd Moyer is always available for you as well, but truly this is the listing rewards hotline, 303-409-6309. Really, we've got a team who takes the calls here. is specific to listing rewards. So feel free to give them a call if you have something in process or if you're wondering on a status or anything like that. But take advantage. I love listing rewards. Okay, next we have market reports. Market reports is very similar to Market Quest. However, I would say that if you are giving a report to a client, market reports is going to be the way to go. Market Quest is really great at helping you get your data for your own knowledge. It doesn't show up in the most presentable way. There you go. So you're looking at just graphs, just data, statistics. It's really meant to be for your eyes. If you do have that kind of analytical client as well, they might appreciate those types of bar graphs, pie charts, whatever the market request is giving you. However, most clients are visual. They're visual. They don't care so much. They care a little bit. They just want to see it. They want to see it quick and they want to understand it. That's where market reports is really going to come into play. So market reports, it's a tool, again, that's just going to allow you to generate both market reports, city reports, area reports, and they're going to be interactive representations of listings in a specified area, while the city reports are more of a visual representation of all of that statistical data. So again, there's your point of difference between Market Quest and market reports. This is giving a client a visual representation of all of those, all of the numbers. So you can, like I said, do your market, your area, or your quarterly reports as well. And the other awesome thing with this is it's going to give you a PDF, but not only that, it also gives you an item that you can email out to clients. It also gives you a piece that you can post to social media. Really, really useful. So with this one, I would say kind of in the same example that I gave with Market Quest in, becoming an expert in an area, do the same thing here, except take it a step further. Reports out for that neighborhood. Go do some door knocking and leave your card with that report. Leave that on the homes of people, letting them know all of the, the nice, the information about the market there, just simply in their neighborhood. It can get that specific. So it's really, really helpful. Really good stuff in here. And the last thing that I would say about this as well is keep your contacts very specific. So unless you're doing like a quarterly report for, an entire county or the entire state, this is really meant to be used for specific areas. So it's not something you would just blast out. It's something that you're going to be strategic with. We do offer a class as well on market reports through CBBC Live. So please be sure that you do check that out because that's going to be really helpful in learning how to operate market reports. Please don't pay attention to this row here. That is something for a different market. Next we have Express Docs. Express Docs is your print vendor. This is another option. So next to Core-Fact, it's going to be another option for your print vendor. You can come in here. You can order your all of your stationery items. So it always thinks that I'm setting up a new account. You can come in here and order all of your postcards. You can order announcement cards, brochures, flyers. When you need to place your next order for business cards, you can do that right in here as well. Lots of different options. All of the templates are set. And then I wanted to call out this little area over here on your left-hand side where it says announcements. This is going to be an area where Express Docs, wants to point out all of its upcoming promotions or all of the new stuff coming out. So we've got all of our winter stuff, which, boy, I don't even know when winter's going to come here in town. But we have our winter announcements. There's a lot of holiday stuff coming up. You got your wall calendars. I get a lot of questions towards the end of the year about getting those wall calendars or the magnets for people with your information on there. So get a jump start on that kind of stuff now. That's always great. It's going to be a great way to start the new year. Now is the time to start preparing for January. I already said, I was going to say your business cards are right over here. So basically, this is your Coldwell Banker online store. A lot more in here that's tailored to Coldwell Banker versus Core-Fact. Core-Fact does a lot of other stuff as well. but there's going to be a ton of Coldwell Banker things here in Express Stocks. The last little bit on Express Stocks is that they also handle mailing for you, so you can, once you produce your order, they can either give you a mail list to send to. You can have them select that list for you. You can also upload a list for the purpose of getting all of whatever you created mailed out. Or it's, let's say it's something that you wanted to hand out. So like the magnet wall count, or the magnet calendars, excuse me, you can have those just sent bulk to you at your office, and they can handle that as well. So however you'd like to handle that mailing of whatever item you choose, feel free to do that. Now, everything in Core Factor, everything in Express Stocks does come at a cost depending on what it is. We have great pricing, though, with both companies because of our partnership with them. But depending on the item that you get and the quantities, the cost will vary. Okay, next we have ColdwellBankerHomes.com admin. ColdwellBankerHomes.com is synonymous with ColoradoHomes.com. Here in our lovely state, you're only ever going to hear it referred to as Colorado Homes, but Colorado Homes points to Coldwell Banker Homes. I just want to make that distinction because for those of us, who are still, we only know it as Colorado Homes, and when somebody asks you to go work on your profile for Colorado Homes, you would have no idea where to go. Well, here's your missing link. Colorado Homes is Coldwell Banker Homes. So if you click here, this is controlling your Colorado Homes web profile page. So again, I have to get rerouted. I'm so sorry. I take a very long time when I talk and kicks me out sometimes. Let's try it one more time. Great. ColdwellBankerHomes.com. So let me just show you on the front end what the profile is that I'm talking about. If I go to ColoradoHomes.com, and you all can watch my URL up here, I'm typing in Colorado Homes. When I actually go there, look what comes up. Who pays attention to that switch nowadays? I landed on the right page, so with that, I'm totally fine. But I wanted you all to see what the profile is that I'm speaking of. So if I just say my last cache was set to Boulder, so let's look at Mike's here, Mike Glenn. This is the profile page that I'm talking about. So if you want to control your profile page here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on that ColdwellBankerHomes.com admin. It's going to take you to this screen. You're going to click Agent Tools and Agent Profile. That's what gives you your back-end access to your profile page within Colorado Homes. The reason why you want a profile page here, as the reason why you want a profile page in ColdwellBanker.com, is because you want to make sure that you have presence on these national and international websites so that when people are searching for homes and they're on these pages, when they're searching in and around your area, you are an agent that pops up and you can take that lead directly from this page. So really, really important to make sure you have presence there. The other thing here is going to be Property Tools. Property Tools is going to pertain to when you do have, either when you're hosting an open house, you need to be given those rights within the MLS, or let's say you do have a listing in here, you can also control all of that you have control over here within Property Tools. So again, that's Colorado Homes, which also is ColdwellBankerHomes.com admin. Next, I'm looking at your AR account. AR stands for Accounts Receivable. So this is your Accounts Receivable account. What it is just your reporting tool, and it's going to summarize any of the outstanding accounts receivable charges that you have with the company that are not attached to escrow. So anything with your escrow, anything attached to a transaction, that's all going to be back in your agent earnings. But now this is just any fee. So those, if you made 1,000 copies, that's where you're going to get charged for those copies right in here. So if you have questions about your AR account, make sure that you speak with your office administrator. He or she is going to be the best person to help you kind of go through what the charges are for to make sure that you understand them all correctly. So that is going to be your AR. NRT do not contact list. This is when, let's say you use an outside company to get a contact list, whether it was for cell phone numbers or email addresses or whatever it was. This system is going to allow you to check your list against the do not contact list, whether it's, again, email, landline, or cell phone. They can verify everything in here. This one's constantly updated, so be sure. You never want to get in trouble, and this would get you in trouble with the state. So you want to be sure that you're being extra cautious if you're doing anything cold, and that's why we do have this system in here for you, so that you can be sure to check against any lists that you're procuring from a different agency. Oops, I didn't mean to log all the way out. Alrighty, and we are nearly done. We've got one more to look at, and that is our preferred alliances. Preferred alliances. I was going to say my favorite, but I promised to only say favorite for one thing. Preferred alliances, though, why I was almost going to say it's my favorite is because this is where all the discounts are. So who doesn't like the discounts? As a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, you are given many discounts. So feel free to take a look at all of the discounts that are available to you. Some of these discounts are also available for you to gift to your clients. So I see a ton of people offering the budget discount here. I also see there, I know there's a Lowe's discount in here as well. So I see the Lowe's discount being used as a gift. The home warranty, the home protection plan, this is a biggie as well. So lots of awesome computers when you've got clients with their children heading off to college. This is a nice one if you want to help them get a discount on Dell. But you can go through here and see all the discounts that are available to you as an agent with this outstanding company. So like I said, lots of them for you, lots of them for your clients as well. Just a great one to come in here and kind of browse. It's always nice to see what's available in here. So that's about it here in the NRTGateway. Let me go ahead and back up. Just want to make sure that we covered everything, and we did. Last little piece on NRT is our help phone number right here. So down here at the very bottom, this number is always available to you. It is our NRT help desk. Here in Coldwell Banker, we operate off of a ticketing system. So if you have a question on anything in here, if you have a question on your email or getting your email address forwarded or your phone or anything of the nature, you can always call the NRT Help Desk, which is 1-877-NRT-HELP or 1-877-678-4357. What the NRT Help Desk is set to do, if they don't initially help you with that issue, they issue your ticket number to you, and then they assign your ticket to the team. So each of these tiles have teams that work behind them. They'll assign it to the appropriate team, and then that team member gets in contact with you to help you resolve the issue. Really great system. It's all set there to just be very beneficial, very swift, so that we can always make sure that you're being taken care of in a timely manner. So that is all that I have for you today on the NRTGateway. Thank you so much for your time. And once again, I do apologize for the kind of weird sound that we were getting in yesterday's orientation. So I hope that today helped answer a lot of those things that you were having a hard time listening to yesterday. Once again, my name is Katrina DeBacco. I'm the broker concierge for the company. So if you were not ran through the program, if you're seasoned with us, I hope you found this helpful in at least seeing what's behind each of those NRT gateways. I know that I ran through a lot of them fast. Today wasn't meant to be a training. It was just mostly just an overview to let all of you know what's behind those tiles. And if you do have further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always here to help. So my contact information, you can email me. I'm at katrina.debacco@coloradohomes.com. That's Katrina.debacco. That's D as in dog, E, B as in boy, ACCO @coloradohomes.com. And my phone number is 303-409-6669. Again, that's 303-409-6669. 409-6669. Always feel free to reach out to me. If I'm not the person to help, I definitely know who can help you with whatever it is that you need help with. So thank you so much for spending your time. And the last thing I will say is go Indians. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, happy Tuesday. Thanks again.